first chai. Now if you've seen the last video, I mentioned about this temperature controlled mug which has been a game changer for my desk setup, and that actually gave me the idea that I should do an updated desk setup because there are quite a few things on my desk which have been upgraded. So I thought let's make this video finally, and today I'm doing it. Alright, so hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to the channel. If you have been on the regular channel, then you know how much I love desk setups, especially aesthetic minimal desk setups. I've been setting up my desk for the longest time and making such videos as well. You guys also like to watch these videos, so it's like a win-win situation. I like to make desk setups and you guys like to watch desk setups. So this behind me is my latest one. It is very similar to the last one, yet very different. So there are a lot of new things, but there are some old things as well. So we'll get them out of the way, then we'll focus on the new things. First of all, the desk itself is the same because it is kind of bolted into the wall. It's a very long and wide desk, so big enough for me as well as my wife. We both work here and we absolutely love working on this desk. The color is also amazing. It is made out of wood, and before someone asks me for a link, we have not bought this desk. We have had it custom made inside the house itself by a carpenter. Now the next thing that is the same is the desk mat. I really like this leather desk mat from Daily Objects. It has also aged really well. Looks kind of classy now. And the color of this desk mat is the main reason why I keep using it. I could go for a black or navy blue, but that will not match the vibe of the desk setup. And similarly, the monitor and speaker stand is still the same. Hi, editor Harsh here. I just realized that I've made a mistake. I said that the monitor and speaker stand is the same, but it is in fact not the same. It has been upgraded. So yeah, this is a new one. I've talked about it and I will also link it in the description box below. So it's a new one and a great one actually. It is very long, easily accommodates the monitor and two speakers. This I got from Amazon from a brand called as Carpentry. It's really high quality and not that expensive. So if you're looking for a monitor and speaker stand or just a monitor stand, then I would highly recommend this one. Now there are two more things which are the same. First is the desk lamp. I have been using this lamp for the past 4 to 5 years or even more than that. It is from IKEA, has a Philips smart bulb in it and it just works. And then there is the pen stand which again I've been using for years. It's from a brand called as Groovemade. It's a US based brand who makes some really high quality wooden stuff. So I absolutely love this pen stand. I think that's about it for the same stuff. Now let's move on to the new stuff because that's the most interesting thing. We'll start with the brains of the desk setup, that is my computer. So before this I was using a Mac Mini with the M2 Pro chipset, and now I'm using the Mac Mini with the M4 chipset. Both are very good and kind of similar in terms of performance for video editing, which is my main use case. And there are a couple of reasons why am I using the newer Mac Mini. First and foremost, it is smaller as compared to the old Mac Mini, so that is great, and it also has ports on the front. That is the main reason why. Having ports on the front is a no-brainer, especially for a creative like me who uses a camera, microphone and things like that. Every gear of mine either uses a micro SD card or an SD card. For that I have to use a dongle, and to connect the dongle I need ports. In my old Mac Mini the ports were at the back, but now that they're on the front it is super convenient. I've already done a couple of videos about the Mac Mini. If you want to watch them, I will make sure to drop a link to them in the description box below. Those videos will have more details about the Mac Mini M4. But to bottom line it, the performance of this little guy is absolutely amazing. Oof, let me have a cup of chai. And while I'm at it, this new temperature control mug is also new. Most of the times when I'm editing a video or something like that, I do like to have a hot beverage, and for that this temperature control mug has been a game changer. It keeps my drink hot for at least a couple of hours. I was going to go for the Ember mug, which is very popular, but my brother-in-law suggested that let's go to Walmart. There is a cheaper alternative there, and then we got this one. I literally got it for half the price. Oh, I almost forgot, there is one more same thing on my desk setup. Those are the speakers. We'll get to them in just a bit because I do like these speakers and I want to talk about them at length. So yeah, we'll get to them in just a bit. But right now I want to talk about the new monitor. So this is the BenQ MA320U. It's a 32-inch 4K monitor which is specifically made for Macs. So a couple of months ago BenQ reached out and they wanted to send this monitor for me to check out. In fact, they saw my Mac Mini video and they were like, let us send you a good 32-inch 4K monitor which is specifically made for Macs. And I was like, yes, please definitely send me that. So this has been sent by them. I will use it for a couple of weeks and then it will go back. If I like the monitor, which I do, then I will buy it. But anyway, coming back to the monitor itself, as I said, it is made for Macs. But what does that mean? First up, it has seamless connectivity. So there is USB-C connectivity along with power delivery, which means that I can connect this monitor to my MacBook Air by a single cable and charge my MacBook Air as well. Similarly, I have connected this monitor to my Mac Mini using the USB Type-C cable. And along with that, the monitor also gives me extra ports and kind of acts like a USB hub. So connectivity is sorted and so are the colors. So this monitor has Mac color tuning. Basically, the colors are exactly like my MacBook. And that is very helpful, especially while editing videos. So if I'm editing on from my MacBook Air, the video looks good. I have color graded the entire video, and now when I move the video editing to my monitor, I have the exact same colors. They've done an incredible job in terms of matching the colors, and very few monitors out there are able to do that. Now this monitor is also very minimal and fits right into the setup. Now when it comes to Mac OS, there is a scaling issue, and I do face that on this monitor as well. So it's a 32-inch 4K monitor which has scaling issues. So normally I would just use it at 1440p. I don't use it at full 4K because of the scaling issues. I don't know when that is going to be fixed, but yeah, that is an issue, so you should please make a note of that. And if you talk about the price, this monitor starts at 40,000 rupees for the 27-inch, and this 32-inch is for 50,000 rupees. So a bit on the expensive side, but it is a good monitor for the Mac. Now I want to move on to the peripherals. So as far as the keyboard and mouse goes, I've gone back to the Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse. I know a lot of people do not like this combination, but I love this combination. Magic Keyboard is literally one of the best out there. It is super expensive, but one of the best out there. And this monitor actually works with the Magic Keyboard, so I can control the brightness of the monitor from the Magic Keyboard itself. And actually I've not bought the Magic Keyboard and mouse. This came with an iMac which I owned like 3-4 years ago, and I've kept them ever since. The iMac is now at my dad's office where they use a different keyboard and mouse. I actually kept the Magic Mouse and keyboard because I like them so much. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about those speakers. This is one product that I don't upgrade often. If I like a good pair of speakers, I will use them for like 5-6 years. But the way these speakers are connected to the Mac Mini, that is different. So earlier I would just connect them using the 3.5mm jack. That was incredible. But now with this Mac Mini, I am not using the headphone jack. I am using a high-res DAC. So if you know anything about the audio world, having a dedicated DAC makes a lot of difference, especially while listening to music and watching movies. So I got the cheapest DAC out there from Headphone Zone. In fact, this DAC is made by Headphone Zone itself in collaboration with someone. It's a very good DAC. I've been loving it so far, and that actually makes me want to spend more on DACs. I've tried DACs from different brands, including Dragonfly as well. So maybe in the future I will upgrade to a better DAC. Now, as long as we're on the topic of audio, let's talk about the headphones of choice. Recently, I got a headphone stand from IKEA which looks absolutely classy and fits right into the aesthetic of my test setup. And on that headphone stand are the AirPods Max. I've owned these for a couple of years and I really like these headphones. Yes, they are kind of heavy and bulky, but the audio quality is absolutely incredible, especially for video editing. When I use these headphones for video editing on Bluetooth, the latency is very minimal. I know I can connect a cable from these headphones to my Mac Mini. Sometimes I do that, but whenever I'm using them on Bluetooth with my MacBook Air or my Mac Mini, the latency is very less. And obviously they belong to the Apple ecosystem, so everything works very seamlessly. Oh, the last thing remaining to talk about is this chair. So this chair is from a company called Fredo. It was their first chair ever, and honestly they've done a very good job with it. It is a bit on the expensive side, somewhere around 17,000 rupees if I'm not wrong, and for that it's a good chair, good ergonomic chair which has this feature which supports your back, and the whole brand is built around ergonomic. They've got that part absolutely right. I can easily sit on this chair for hours without hurting my back, and it's a big chair, so essentially I can fold my legs and sit on the chair because these armrests go up and then I can fold my legs and sit on the chair like this. Very comfortable. Yeah, it's a good chair, a bit on the expensive side, but if you can afford it, the ergonomics are just right. Everything mentioned in this video will be linked in the description box below. Definitely go ahead and check it out. And I would like to see your desk setups as well. If you have any recommendation for products or anything, then please let me know about them on Twitter and Instagram. Just post your photo and tag me. I would love to see your setup. So yeah, that's been it. Do let me know what do you feel about this video in the comment section down below. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel because that would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye bye.